Esther, Chapter 4, The Gospel of JC. Cold open. Interior, LaGuardia Airport, day. Esther approaches an automated ticket kiosk at LaGuardia Airport.
Hmm.
Esther pushes a button on the screen with a handkerchief. The machine promptly blinks out and dies. Esther looks around to be sure that no one is paying particular attention and then bumps the machine with her hip while she pretends to cough. The machine blinks back to life, but the menu on the screen is distorted and glitchy. Some internal workings sputter and start, and momentarily, three mangled tickets with the smudged and faded names Esther Slordor, Tiana Weston, and Joshua Cristiano emerge, printed legibly enough, one supposes. Esther smooths them out on the machine as it sparks and begins to emit smoke. Esther removes herself from the scene at a casual pace and joins T, who is already in the security line, and lets Esther cut in to the effect of some grumbling from the back of the line.
You got him?
Mm-hmm.
T takes hers.
This one has my name on it, too. Shouldn't we be undercover or something?
Probably. I find it pays the show a little backbone. No one seems to know what to do with it.
We're kind of being hunted.
Nice to be wanted. We're entirely being hunted, honey, but you're a rabbit. I'm a wolf. Where's JC?
I don't know. How long do you guys take in the bathroom?
I hope he's taking a shower.
They've showered?
Darling, let's play the quiet game for 10 minutes. Why does it smell like magazine inserts and feet everywhere in here? Oh.
Interior, LaGuardia holding room, day. JC is led into a small, harshly lit, windowless room and sat behind a table in a metal folding chair.
Look, I don't know what this is about, but my friends are looking for me.
The random security selection is random, sir. And you are here because you did not answer my questions to my satisfaction. Do you understand that? Or do you need an interpreter?
There's no need for that. You can't miss them. Please just go out and tell a woman in white coat and fire red engine hair with a teenager who looks like Lydia from Beetlejuice where I am, and I'll be happy to answer.
Where did you get this passport, Mr. Cristiano? You really expect me to believe that's an Italian nose?
Ah, okay. I kind of thought that's where this was going.
I don't know what you're implying.
Cool. Look, I'm something of a journalist, friend. So here's what's going to happen. Check my passport, then let me out of here. Or expect picketers from Jewish Defamation League out from by Monday.
Well, now, hey.
Come on. I've got enough of this. Look me up.
The TSA officer does a quick Google search on his phone.
This is you? The Rhodes Scholar blogger? J. Cristiano, 12,000 subscribers. Shit.
You got more questions then? Please distract me from the think piece I'm composing in my head. Titled, The White Nationalist Authority Complex from LaGuardia to Lax. Let's go. I have a flight to catch.
The TSA officer is embarrassed and enraged, but leaves the room in a huff, defeated and bitter.
Fucking little rat.
The door closes with a snap.
Motherfucker, I'm a wolf.
End cold open. Act 1, exterior, roadside, dusk. Title, 2 days earlier. JCT and Esther pull the car into a dirt country road and drive until JC holds up his fingerless gloved hand. TC spots the numbers on his arm.
You have a tattoo.
JC gets out and signals for the girls to follow. The group trek quietly through a path in the woods. JC, at a point, removes a set of bolt cutters from his pack when they come to a barbed wire fence.
You really can leave me at this point.
I told you I can't. You eager to bail Teague, darling?
I don't care.
Well, let's get on with it.
JC cuts through the fence and holds back the section for them. Once through, they proceed with some caution, Esther rolling her eyes as JC guides them to step over tripwires and an assortment of rusty bear traps that make T nervous at least. The group clears the tree line and JC's face goes slack.
Oh no.
T and Esther follow his gaze. There is a burned out shell of a cabin, a charred car body, and nothing else. JC drops to his knees.
Okay.
Wait.
Pulling himself out of despair, brushing by somewhat stunned T, JC frantically makes his way around the yard looking for something until he stops at a large rock next to a water pump. He digs around the edges of the rock until he can get under it and heaves. The rock finally overturned. JC digs some more like a mad dog.
I'm starting to think we should leave him. This is weird.
No deal. Go back to the car if you like. Try not to get fracked.
JC unearths a small metal box and opens it with some effort and the bolt cutters. Inside is an envelope. He opens it and reads the letter inside.
I have to go to Nevada.
For fuck's sake.
America?
Esther looks at her with some disdain. Cut 2, interior, LaGuardia Airport, day. The TSA officer scowling and another release JC to his gate. Esther and T are eating in the food court. T spots JC first and points, then flags him down. He smiles sheepishly and walks to them.
Boarding started 10 minutes ago. I don't even want to know. Come on, children.
Exterior, establishing shot, plane, day. Interior, plane, day. Esther naps with several drinks on her tray table. T watches the dramatic climax of an in-flight movie featuring a talking dog and pretends she isn't crying. JC types furiously with his thumbs into a phone. We see the words, a think piece on anti-Semitism and racial profiling in the global security industries by Jay Cristiano. T takes off her headphones and wipes her face. She looks at what JC is writing. He notices her noticing and stops.
Sorry.
He keeps typing. She looks again. He rolls his eyes and puts the phone away. He adjusts himself as if to sleep. Moments pass.
You're a writer?
Sure.
Don't be mad, but when we were running from those army guys or whatever, I read some of your like notebook or whatever. It's pretty interesting stuff.
You read my notes?
Is it notes like for a book?
Hmm.
Because it kind of seemed more like a journal than an interview with the vampire kind of thing.
No, that's the idea.
Vampire Jesus?
Good idea?
I could get into it. Guys to live through all the years people use his name to do bad things. Wars and stuff, hurting kids, slave trades, right? I'm sure he'd have some thoughts.
Bet he would.
Then the World Wide Web shows up.
Starts composing another sermon on the Mount.
Yeah, starts a blog. This time everyone listens, sings hymns, and paints eggs all harmonious. Happy ever after.
Damn it, you guessed the ending. I'll have to change it if it's that obvious.
T smiles. Then T frowns to hide the smile. JC pretends not to have seen and closes his eyes again.
Really though, we're gonna broadcast your manifesto?
You saw my manifesto?
What are we gonna like tap into all the satellites and everything like a Bond villain? That cheesy?
You don't like it?
It's a blog, I guess.
I meant the manifesto.
It's okay.
You have notes?
Psh, can't afford me.
T dons her sunglasses and pretends to go to sleep. JC feels a bit vulnerable now and more than a bit exposed. End Act 1. Act 2, exterior, LAX airport, day to night. Esther rents a car, a nice car, luxury, a convertible. We drive with the desert air in our hair. By nightfall, we can see the lights of Las Vegas in the distance. T blasts Depeche Mode's Personal Jesus from her phone. Exterior to interior, the Luxor Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada, night. Shortly, the group check into a hotel casino in the shape of a black pyramid. T does her best to suppress her excitement, but fails in small, gleeful moments. After inspecting T's questionable fake ID that insists she's a foot taller and Hawaiian, Esther reluctantly shells out some cash from a malfunctioning ATM for her to play slots and gives her a small bottle of hand sanitizer in their shared hallway, each of them having a separate room for the night. T makes for the casino and JC nods a thanks to Esther before entering his room. Interior, Esther's lavish luxury suite, night. We follow Esther into her rooms. She pours a drink from the minibar and starts the centered jacuzzi, then looks out on the town. It's a decent view. Interior, JC's tiny single room, night. In JC's room, he sits and pulls the dirty envelope out of his knapsack. He leafs through the paper and angles the alarm clock by the bed. He notes the time and makes for the bathroom. JC showers. Careful attention is drawn by the camera work to the scars on his hands, his back, the scar under his rib, and once again to the 6 faded, stylus tattooed numbers on his arm that start with A-. There are other scars, newer. Dried in a towel, JC returns to the bed and checks the time on the alarm clock again. He lies down on the bed and closes his eyes. After moments, he sits up again and looks at the clock. He sits a little longer. JC picks up the paper from the envelope again. He waits. We see the clock turn to 10 p.m. JC picks up the phone and dials. A phone unintelligible to us answers.
It's me. Where you told me to go. Behind the 10 a.m.? Okay, I'll see.
The line goes dead and JC shrugs and hangs up. He moves to the floor and pulls out a Swiss Army knife from his knapsack, then unscrews the grate off the air conditioner. Inside is another envelope. He opens it. There's a map and a time scrawled on a Chinese restaurant menu inside.
This fucking guy.
Interior, casino, where time has no meaning. In the casino, T ducks the security who might card her and moves between slot machines, unsure how the other games even work. She sidles up to machines from an Indian man, the patron who seems the least angry at his respective machine. He watches her as anyone might without drawing attention to the fact that he is doing so. T inserts her plastic casino card, and the images roll. It's a bust. She frowns, again and again. Finally, she gives up and moves on. The Indian man leans to her and says just loud enough,
I think you should give this machine one more go.
T frowns but considers. Why not? She gives it one more go. 6 cherries. Alarms and bells sound. The other distance patrons look annoyed, but a couple sort of clap half-heartedly for her.
Jackpot! Look at you.
Okay, that's cool, but a lot of weird stuff has been going on around me, so I'm gonna need to know what's up, creeper.
My name is Ashwatthama. And you might say I am...
What? Some kind of leprechaun?
No. Well, you might say I have been around long enough for...
'Cause I didn't make a fucking wish, and if you must know, I'm not exactly hard up for cash or anything, so I'm not your goddamn charity case, okay?
Jesus, the mouth. What happened to kids in the country? Look, I know your Middle Eastern friend, okay? I sort of owe him one for just reasons we don't really need to get into right now, if you're not inclined. And hey, I just wanted to pass on a little good fortune for all of you in your travels, okay? Yeesh.
Oh. Okay. I'll tell him. Thanks, I guess. Bye.
Hey, if you don't mind passing on a little something for that totally free, out of nowhere $10,000.
What? Come on, I gotta go before those big wrestler type guys at the door come to see what's up with all the noise. I was trying to keep a low profile.
Just let him know an old friend is anticipating an imminent reunion. And not the huntress you've already crossed paths with. Say it just like that, not the huntress you've
Okay,
already
got
crossed.
it. We done?
Fine. Get away from you, horrible child.
Uh-huh.
She goes.
Jesus Christ.
Cut to interior, Esther's suite, night. Esther bathes comfortably and drinks champagne. She looks up from her reading and frowns.
What? I'm doing it.
And you know what happens if you don't?
Mildly inconvenient disincorporation.
Glad we understand each other. Here to tell you there's something of a clock on this.
Yeah, I got the sense. Have we a deadline for Armageddon?
Of sorts. He's technically back the second he hits send on the holy email, according to all the prophecies. You get that?
You told me to help him.
Like spiritually help him, okay? Go on, do I have to spell it out for you?
Well, I'm not a mind reader. Anyway, why me? Hasn't it occurred to you I'm the person most motivated to let the world slip away?
Thought you'd changed. Seem to be enjoying yourself there a bit for a while.
Thrills fade, dear. As does everything.
You've got the week. Do good or don't. But I'm counting on you.
Oh, mysterious. Can I get a little privacy, contemplation on mission and purpose and what have you?
Gina blinks away in a blinding flash of light.
You're as annoying as he was, by the way. Congratulations.
A beat. Esther resumes her nude reading in Bubble Bath, Boozing by Candlelight.
God.
And Act 2. Act 3. Exterior. The desert. Morning light. The luxury car comes gradually into view in the shimmering horizon on the foreboding empty Nirvana desert. Finally, the car rockets by and our view follows the trio as they speed off into a natural mountain pass. We sit with the passengers for a few beats as Esther zips through curves, narrowly missing jackrabbits, snakes, and beetles, while Karen O and Danger Mouse's woman blasts and bounces in echoes off the rock faces. Finally, the car emerges out of the mountain pass into a ranch-style compound that looks like it's been abandoned for quite some time. The trio emerge and proceed to move toward the dilapidated house at the center with caution. Inside the house, JC quietly guides Esther and T over tripwires again. He waves his hand in front of a modern, apparently working security camera in the dusty, deteriorated kitchenette.
I'm really not crazy to think these are attached to explosives or razor tip poison arrows or some shit, right?
You're not crazy.
Esther steps especially lightly into the space, frowning hard, under her breath to the air.
After this, Nurse Shaw, we are even.
Here the refrigerator door opens of its own accord. Inside is a well-lit stairwell leading down. How far is hard to tell. It's quite a long, narrow corridor.
Ladies?
I think not, hostile boy. You first.
A voice crackles from somewhere over the kitchenette light fixtures.
It's all right, folks. Come on down.
All right. Creepy robot murder house says everything's cool.
Interior bunker, where time has no meaning. The trio emerge from, for some reason, another open false refrigerator at the bottom of the long corridor down below the crust of the earth. A cheerful enough man at a command station of computer screens that seem to all show surveillance footage of various international military compounds swivels around to greet them.
JC, at last, my man, we finally meet. Who are your friends?
Just friends. Esther, Ty, this is Corbin.
Hey, ladies. Can I offer you Sprites? Anybody? Sprite? I got Mr. Pibb, too. Gallons of the stuff. You won't put me out.
I'm good.
I'll take a Mr. Pibb. That's your beer, right?
Girl after my own heart. Here.
He disappears into an industrial freezer disguised as a bookshelf. Cold steam rolls out before he returns and pops the tab for tea. The bookshelf closes itself behind him.
Thanks.
Esther raises an eyebrow at T's sudden gregarious manners.
Thank you for your hospitality, my friend. And forgive me some urgency. We've come a long way, and frankly, I'm anxious. I'm prepared to transfer the funds for...
Yeah, of course.
Colin's behavior suddenly comes into peculiar focus. He has, in fact, seemed quite nervous from the first beat.
The truth is, and I can't believe I'm asking you this, but I have to ask for your forgiveness.
My friend, what are you...
I'm sorry. I watched things, I had to bail when Interpol got wise to my operation, and I've been quarantined down here, and I've been waiting for the end for so long. And then your return, the prophecy, I lost my head.
Corbin, Spy Master 78, what are you saying?
Yes, can we move this predictable anticlimax along?
Sorry, what's happening?
Oh God, my Lord.
Spy Master.
I'm sorry. I didn't think you'd come. I just had to know if it was really you, and now that you're here, I just know the true Messiah. I can't fucking believe it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't normally curse. Fuck.
But the package you promised.
Tick-tock, sweets.
T is having a realization. Her eyes widen as they often do.
What you are asking for is impossible. It just doesn't exist. You can't broadcast globally without mass cooperation from corporate entities that rule this world. It's just a monster too big to even see, no matter how hard I look. You need an army of coordinated operatives. I can't. I can't. Believe me, I've tried. The community has chased what you're after like the Loch Ness Monster and the Bigfoot combined. But it's just not out there and can't be built. I'm sorry. My Lord Jesus, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me.
I am a fool. A damned, forsaken fool. How could I place my faith in such a man?
JC leaves for the second false refrigerator. Corwin continues to bellow.
My Lord! My Lord, forgive me! You must forgive me!
Corwin runs up the stairs after JC. T finally speaks.
He's not writing a book. He's...
Welcome to the party, hun. Come on, time to go.
Esther leads T in a daze, still drinking Mr. Pibb, out of the space. Interior, the false kitchen. Day. Corwin leaves the stairs, and Esther and T are soon behind him. JC wanders through the house, casually, if not miraculously, stepping over tripwires as he goes, hands on his head, looking lost and furious.
Lord, oh, my sweet Lord and Savior, please, 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 please forgive me. I couldn't live with myself for deceiving you, if only that...
Esther and T watching from a respectable distance now. JC speaks, first soft and then with true fury of wronged gods.
Would you please shut the fuck up? What am I to you? Really? Am I the savior? Or am I just some icon? You know, another idol for you to put up on your hopes and wishes? Like some rockstar lifestyle guru or some bubblegum princess? Who am I? Am I Mariah Carey? Can I hit the high notes? Is that why you love me? Fuck, am I Jim Morrison? You know, do you want to fuck me? What is it? I'm not Jim Morrison. I'm not Jim fucking Morrison. Jim Morrison was a drunk, a cunt. I knew him. Fuck Jim Morrison, you piece of shit. I'm Jesus, the goddamn Christ. I've been trying to help you fucking people for like over 2,000 years. Me! I am the idol on your wall. I am Zeus casting lightning from Olympus. I'm the wolf come to blow down your goddamn house. I am the motherfucking Lizard King!
Oh my god.
JC, you're scaring.
Kaboom! Here, terrified, inconsolable Corwin turns and steps on a tripwire. There is a monstrous bang, and the portion of the room he is standing in explodes. Esther and T are knocked back and crack drywall with their bodies from the force of the blast. JC is blasted through the nearest window. We hear the ringing in Esther's ears as she gathers herself, clearly in pain. T is out cold. Esther takes T's pulse and seems satisfied she will live. The two are at the edge of a massive hole in the linoleum floor. Dirt settles in the air. JC, bleeding from the head, pulls himself up in the window frame to look in, shocked at the sight. Corwin's gooey remains are splattered all over the room with shards of furniture, house debris, drifting shreds, insulation, and scattered grains and shards of broken glass. Esther's whites are absolutely murdered, covered in Corwin blood, and trails of bony bits.
If it makes you feel any better, that might have been more my fault than yours.
Exterior, the desert, afternoon. In the car, all are silent. All are real gross. Exterior, truck stop showers, evening. The car pulls up. A sign at the truck stop suggests the trio enjoy complimentary showers and XXX pornography next door at low, low prices. The trio step out of the car. JC and T stand motionless while Esther goes inside until she comes out and hands them keys and towels. They each take a shower unit. Fade to black. Interior, LAX airport, sunrise. At LAX, the trio wait in line for their security check. They are still silent. Finally, T breaks the silence.
I can't wait.
For fuck's sake, do you have the bladder of a bird?
Come on, I'm gonna piss myself.
Okay. Truth told, I could tinkle. JC, be a dear, would you?
JC half nods. His latest dreams for humanity destroyed. Esther and T depart.
Step up.
Irritated, JC hauls Esther's massive luggage forward, with he and T's small backpacks on his shoulder. He puts everything on the conveyor and slips off his shoes.
Step over here, sir.
Rather just go through.
The selection for random checks is random, sir.
Oh yeah. So random.
Interior, LAX holding room, day. A familiar holding room. JC is beside himself with frustration.
Hello, how long am I going to be sitting here? I'm something of a journalist.
More time sitting, finally, in a rage.
Do you have any idea who my father is?
A noise. The door opens.
Hello, son. Let's have a chat.
Cut to credits. Post-credits scene. Exterior. A quiet, lush, green, idyllic farm. Afternoon. Fade up on a peaceful farm scene. Sheep graze. Clean-looking sheep. As clean as sheep get, anyway. Some significantly dirtier sheep appear over the hill. Bloody sheep. Disemboweled sheep. Decapitated sheep. Marauding nonetheless. The cleaner sheep seem unbothered by the rougher-looking sheep until the rougher-looking sheep start chomping into their skulls and bellies. The serene bleats become less serene. Sheep screams, you might say. Fade to black. End episode. Mwah. Well done, everybody. You got your entrance again, Joe.
Wait, so Joby is God?
Did you miss the last episode of Death?
I may have forgotten. Okay, wow. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
you were playing God. I love it. I love it.